Right then, Dave, state-of-the-art throwing sticks on Century. What's the concept behind these?
Well, the idea is, mate, we've been getting asked basically to make throwing sticks. It's an idea that we'd had for a while. There's a couple of other carbon ones on the market, so we thought we'd have a look. We came up with some ideas, took some initial prototypes to the Five Lakes show. They didn't spend more than 30 seconds on the stand for the whole weekend. Very, very popular. Everyone was all over them really. So set to work on them pretty much as soon as we got back. And a few months later, there we go.
Very nice. Well, I've got to say, I am a massive wimp, Dave, and I don't do any exercise or any, never go down the gym or anything like that. And last week, I actually, for the first time, used a throwing stick this year.
Right.
I put a couple of kilos out, probably about, well, the spot I was fishing was about 120 yards. So it was maximum everything.
Yeah.
And literally 4 or 5 days afterwards, my whole arm was killing.
Ruined.
Lactic acid all over the show.
Yeah. It's not good, is it?
And so it really hurt. And I've actually used a different carbon one in the past that was really light.
Yeah.
And I could put out 5 kilos with that and not suffer any pain from my arm. And I guess it's the weight of it that the sort of, when you're flicking it forward, the force of that stick whacking, hitting muscles that you're not normally using, and
you're overextending the joints quite a lot as well when you get to the end of the range of movement. The tendons and everything are getting overextended, and obviously the more weight you've got attached to it at that point, the more damage you're going to do. So the lighter it is and the less stress that's going through the tendons in you. Most people get like a tennis elbow type effect. Yeah, that's just it's just like inflamed tendons basically.
But with this, when there's no weight there whatsoever, it's just like.
They are very light. I mean, there's 3 in the range. We've got this one, which is the little, what we call the stealth one, and this is basically primarily for short range baiting. Obviously, it's a short stick, curved stick. All the sticks in the range are curved, but I've actually had like 70 yards out of this in the right conditions. It will go quite a long way, but ideally, it's for sort of using at catapult range. And I find with that, if you're catapulting baits out, like pouchfuls of bait, can quite often cause a lot of disturbance in the water, whereas with this, because of the curved design, you can float it up quite high and just drop them in one at a time gently, and hence the stealth name. You can
say also, with a catapult you get a real tight bed of bait, don't you? Whereas one of these you can sort of spread it about a little bit more. So
that's right.
Very nice. And the other thing is with a catapult, if you're just putting single baits at a time, it's going to take a lot longer than
takes
just doing that,
isn't it? Rattle your knuckles.
Yeah, unwrapping the elastics, untwisting them.
Once you get the knack of this, it's super quick.
It's just like there's nothing in it.
Yeah, it's ridiculously light. I think it's like 38 grams, that little one.
Doesn't even feel that.
It's really, really light. Next one up we've got there that you've got. I think this is probably going to be the most popular one in the range. This is the high trajectory one. A lot of the research we did when we put these together, believe it or not, is actually based around concepts for golf and golf balls. So the high trajectory one we've got, with it being lighter, you're going to create a lot more speed automatically. It's going to move a lot quicker than a standard plastic stick, which is going to enable you to generate more backspin, even if you're a relative novice with a throwing stick, and it's going to get the boilie airborne. And if you're using it downwind, obviously if you can get the boilie airborne and onto the wind, it's going to go miles. I mean, we've had like 150 yards out of these.
Seriously?
Yeah, downwind, no problem. And this is the shorter range one of the 2 longer sticks.
25 mil, I see.
Yeah, I mean, basically got 2 sizes. We've got boilie. The 25 mil one will handle boilies up to 20 mil, and then we've got a 31 mil which will handle the bigger baits. And then lastly, with that said, we've got the opposite version, like the pro version, if you like. They all come in these nice handmade Cotswold Aquarius cases. They're 8 mil padded and they're made out of Cordura, so you're not going to get the stick damaged at all.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really, really nice touch.
Perfect, and it just slips in there.
Yeah, they're a good, perfect
no
fit.
Or anything.
No, none of that. So you see this LT, this is the low trajectory one. Now basically what we've done with this is where we were a little bit delayed again. You can see that we've pretty much kept the stick the same, but we've just elongated the curve slightly.
Okay.
And you can see where the boilie is going to get released. So basically, the high trajectory one, you can see it's pointing much higher.
Yeah.
And then the low trajectory one, we've just pretty much kept the stick the same, just extended the tip by a couple of inches.
That's interesting, because obviously in the past, bait or tackle companies obviously just producing a tube, a bent tube, aren't they? There hasn't been all this thought and technology gone into it.
It's not until you really, I suppose it's like casting in a way, you don't really see what can be done until you get someone who's really, really good, you know, and most people are just using throwing sticks at 60, 70 yards. Most guys can do that, but until you've actually got someone that can get hold of a throwing stick and do like 120, 130, 140 yards, you start to look at how you can squeeze a bit more out of it, you know, a bit more range. So with this one, it's an elongated curve, and it's almost, when your arm's locked at the finish position, this is almost letting them out at 90 degrees. So it's just coming out forwards. So much like a driver, you know, in a golf club, like the longest hitting club's got the least loft on it, and the idea is to hit it low and as far as possible.
Awesome. Right, well, they sound like the daddies, so should we have a little play?
Should we have a go?
Right, Dave, starting with the Stealth, yeah?
Yeah, we'll start with the small one. Pretty downwind, haven't we, here, really?
Certainly got it on our backs, haven't we?
Yeah, got it behind us. I say it's a curved stick. As you can see there, pops it up in the air. Very easy to get airborne, but then if you do want to give it a little bit more with this one, it's nearly on the far bank. Okay, you gonna go, buddy?
Got to be done, isn't it?
Which one do you fancy?
Oh, I don't know, what do you reckon?
Man of your calibre, I think you should have a go with that big one.
The big one. That was no effort, that's
No,
good 100 yards.
Yeah, 100 yards easy, isn't it? No effort.
Go, aim between that gap there. It's just so much easier, isn't it? There's no pull on your arm, and
No,
obviously I'm still adapting to get the right style for it, but straight away, you know,
that's a good one.
They're
That's
flying out there, aren't they?
You can see with that one, the way the trajectory, the way it comes out, it's designed to go forwards rather than up in the air. So luckily today here we've got the wind behind us, but if you were throwing those into the wind, you'd still get a similar trajectory.
Come in, let's have a little go on the high trajectory, see what the difference is. Do you have to use a slightly different angle for this one? I think that one went pretty high, didn't it?
Yeah. The idea with this one, obviously, because we're downwind today, the higher you can get them, the further they're going to carry.
This is my one, Dave.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So
the harder you hit that now downwind, the better. You'll generate more backspin. It'll get higher.
Yeah,
once it gets up on the wind, it'll go further. There you go. That's a good one.
And accurate as well.
Yeah, it's very accurate.
Is it really that long till Christmas? Because one of these is definitely going on my Christmas
I knew
list.
you'd want one. I'm surprised you only want one.
Well, Dave, I've got to say, mate, I'm extremely impressed with that, and as you say, it's exactly what I'd expect from Century, you know, with their technology and carbon and everything else. What an awesome bit of kit.
I thought you'd like them, mate.
When are they going to be out?
They are out. They're in the shops. They've been out just a few weeks, and we've almost run out already. So the second phase should be in the shops any day now.
Awesome.